This morning is Friday and it's a gloomy day today. And it's Lent, it's during Lent, so I have to think of something to have for dinner. And I woke up just kind of like in a funk today. So I'm trying to think, what are all the things that I can do to make myself feel a little bit better? And the first thing is I want to go ahead and start dinner so I don't have to worry about it for later on today. And that's going to be red beans and rice, but a vegetarian red beans and rice. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But before I start, I'm going to show you something else I did to make myself feel better. Hold on. So the first thing is I made myself a yummy breakfast. That's salmon salad. I'm going to eat it with lettuce wraps. The second part is I put on something that I know I would totally love. So the first thing is the object of this day is to get through this day, and then at the end of the day, go get from Redbox. What's the name of it? Home Again, I think, with Reese Witherspoon. I love that movie. So I put on this t-shirt my mama gave me. And then I thought, what else would make me feel better? A hoodie, but a bona fide hoodie, because I have a lot of sweatshirts that have hoods on them but don't have pockets, so it's very important to have pockets. And I have on loose jeans that are like my ugliest jeans ever, but they're super comfortable, and Uggs. So I am going to make myself zen and really appreciate this day. And since I've done all of that, I'm going to go ahead and start the beans. Let's see, can you see? The beans for the vegetarian red beans and rice. But let me tell you, the thing about this red beans and rice, even though it's vegetarian, it tastes like it has ham in it because I'm going to use a liquid smoke. And it's really delicious, and it's going to be super warm and fill our bellies, and we're going to eat it tonight while we watch this movie. That's the goal. Get the movie, watch the movie. It will happen. So, I soaked these overnight. Just gonna drain them. Oh my goodness. Do you see the day I'm having? I'm telling you, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, so I've rinsed the beans. All right, I've rinsed the beans, it's cricket. Okay, now, in a pot, I'm gonna put my beans. Okay. And I'm gonna fill it to a little bit more than an inch above. It's gonna probably end up being around, I don't know, 8 cups of water. All right, so now we're gonna carry our beans, however awkwardly that may be, stick them on the oven, and we're gonna set this to high. See, it's on high, and we're gonna turn it on high until it starts to bubble. Then we'll reduce it to simmer, and we're gonna cook it probably for like 3 hours. I haven't added anything to it yet, because if you add salt in here to the beans, they get hard and they never quite soften. So you want to wait to add the salt until the beans soften. So this has been cooking for maybe like 40 minutes or so. So the beans are still pretty hard, but you can see the water has gone down a lot. So I'm just going to add some more water to it and let it continue cooking. Okay, now I need to add the veg part of my vegan, which I'm thinking of making it vegetarian instead of vegan, red beans and rice. So you need a whole onion, a bell pepper, and celery. And because I'm just gonna give myself a little break today, I'm gonna blend it all in the food processor instead of chopping it by hand. Now, I don't know why I chose for the first time ever to use this food processor, but I did, and I should have known that it was good. I did a lot of things wrong, but this is my point. When you're cooking, you don't have to worry about making mistakes. I basically made it a soup, but it's fine. It's totally fine. It's still gonna taste delicious. It's just gonna be a little bit more chopped up. I think I just put too much in it at one time because I was trying to hurry up, and of course, like I always do when I'm trying to hurry up, I end up taking a longer time. But lesson that we're gonna take from this is it's still gonna be great. It's gonna taste delicious. It really doesn't matter. The reason why I was using this is because actually I want some radish chips, and so I pulled it out because I knew it was gonna get dirty because I was gonna make some radish chips, and so I just thought I would do this, and now my eyes are watering because of the onions. So please excuse me. I'm gonna get back to making my red beans and rice now, and hopefully getting to making, watching my movie tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to burn myself since this has been quite a day. So normally, or even, well, we won't say normally, most times when making this recipe, I would start with a couple of, excuse me, like a couple of tablespoons of oil. Today I'm going to use coconut oil, and then I would saute my vegetables in that oil, and I would have done it in this pot before I even put the beans in there, and then I would have added the beans. And you can do all of that because none of that has sugar, and you're keeping one pot clean. But today, since I'm just having such a hard time just putting one foot in front of the other, I didn't have any vegetables. I decided I was gonna make red beans and rice before I realized that I didn't have anything but red beans. So I started making it, and I realized that I didn't have any bell peppers or onions or celery, so I had to go to the store. So anyway, all of that to be said, that I'm just gonna add the coconut oil straight to the pot. I'm gonna add up my pulverized vegetables straight to the pot. And then I'm gonna cook it for another hour. It's gonna be delicious, I promise you. Just, that is the point about cooking. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to follow recipes. Well, when you're baking, you probably should follow the recipe. But when you're cooking, you can improvise and things come out great. It's like life, you know? You put in your best effort and you'd be surprised what goodness comes in the end. So here we go. I'm just gonna put a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil, because I'm gonna, maybe 3, because I am gonna keep it vegan. And now I'm gonna add my veggies that I killed. Everything's in there now. I'm gonna stir it in. And now, I think we're gonna partially cover it and let it cook for another hour until the beans are soft, and then we'll add some seasoning. All right, well, I was so happy with myself that I had pureed my vegetables and gotten all that done, I forgot to add the seasonings, the spices, the stuff that gives it the flavor, the kick. All right, so we have some oregano leaves. It's 2 teaspoons of that. So I'm just gonna measure it out. Ooh, that's about 1.5 teaspoons. There you go. 2 bay leaves. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder because I forgot the garlic cloves at the grocery store. 1 teaspoon of thyme. Okay. And like a half a teaspoon of pepper, and maybe add some cayenne too. I'm not gonna add cayenne because I have a kid who just doesn't like hot stuff. So there you go. I'm gonna stir it in. None of this stuff has salt in it, so it won't toughen the beans. Top back on. Oh wait! The pepper. The pepper. Okay, now I just tested the beans and they're gonna be hot, but I'll show you. You see they're soft. See how soft they are? Ooh, they're really hot. But I can easily smoosh them with my fingers. And they taste really good, but they haven't been salted, so they definitely need to be salted. But before I do that, I am going to add the thing that is going to make them taste like they have meat in them, liquid smoke. So 3 teaspoons of this. See, if you've never used it before or seen it, it's dark and it quite literally smells like smoke. Now this, if you add too much of this could ruin it. But 3 teaspoons for 1 pound of beans will do the trick. Don't add more probably. It is quite smoky. If you smell it, it smells as if you rolled around in a barbecue pit. Now I'm gonna add some salt, iodized salt. I do use a lot of pink salt, but I have taken back to using plain old iodized salt in many of my recipes because I have Hashimoto's, where my thyroid is underactive, and iodine helps that. And some people think that might be the reason why so many people have issues with their thyroid. I added maybe a teaspoon and a half of salt. So we're just gonna start there and see where we go from there. So I'm gonna continue to let it cook. Maybe for like 10 more minutes and we'll check back. All right, it's done. How is it, Shelby?
It's really good.
I don't know, she might be lying. We have a salad with it and some French bread. And look, she's eating it. You're just gobbling it up.
Yeah.
Do you really like it?
No, I do like it.
Okay. Now I'm done. My family can eat. Thank y'all for joining me. See you next time.